Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another recap of Tyler Perry's Zatima, Season 4, Episode 9, Smoking Mirrors. So, we continue off with Belinda telling Lori that Nathan wasn't going to tell her about their relationship. He'd been on her couch and in her bed, and Lori wanted to fight her. And she was like, I got your B, I got your B. And then not Nathan, Fatima and Angela was saying, Belinda, just shut up real quick, let me speak it out. So Lori was like, I'm gonna listen to you and see what you got to say. Meanwhile, Zach was trying to hold Lori back from, getting crazy because, they do anger management now. So it's like, okay, use your techniques and stuff like that against you. So Nathan was like, I gotta speak up. I gotta let you know what's on my heart. So basically, he was like, I'll divorce. I would like to file for divorce because our relationship is not working right now. And I know what a healthy marriage and relationship looks like. And Angela was like, she talking about you and Zach. She was like, duh, I know. And yeah, this ain't it. So Nathan and Lori are starting to break up. And then she was like, this don't feel, he was like, but I love you though. She's like, this don't feel like love. And Lori goes off to the bathroom and Tony goes to check on her. And Belinda was like, he was also like, he's sorry to Belinda. And basically, Belinda's in love with Nathan, but Nathan's not. He was like, I was just using you. I basically, I shouldn't have did that, and I'm sorry. So Belinda started crying. And she was like, I guess I'll go, I'll be gone forever and stuff like that. He was like, I'll see you. And then Nathan was talking to Zach at the same time. He was like, see you later. And she was just mad and she walked off. And then Angela was like, I got to go get ready to go handle her date with Sean. So, yeah. Once Nathan told Zach, was like, oh, we should do the strippers. And he was just like, Fatima was just like. So by this time, Lori done left. Nathan came over to the table. And he ended up getting a phone call, Zach. And he goes to the steps. It happened to be Connie. Connie tells him that, Jeremiah overdosed, and he was heartbroken. You know how you be like, that sibling or family member get on your nerves, and you fed up with helping them, and then when you hear something bad happen to them, you just be like, is everything okay? It still gets to you, even though they treat you like crap. Like, that's just how it is. That's just reality of family members that don't give too much about their life, but put that stress and hurt on you. Trust me. He cried a little bit, but she was like, he's dead? She was like, no, he's all right. He's just in the hospital. And he was like, I don't care. That's on him. So Connie was like, also, I need to talk to you, Fatima. That's not about Jeremiah, on some serious stuff. And she was like, Connie, you good? He was like, well, she was like, I'll talk to you. I didn't know. Tell me like, yeah, we'll get together sometime to, talk that out. She was like, well, have fun at your party. He was like, later. And then he walked back over to Fatima, and she was like, so that didn't sound good. She was like, yeah, Jeremiah overdosed, and Nathan asked the same thing, is he dead? He was like, no, he's just in the hospital. And Fatima was like, he don't want to get into the middle of that. She was like, no, that got nothing to do with me. So back to that strippers. And then Tony comes out, because by this time Lori done left, so Nathan went behind her. Tony was like, so Zach was like, that ain't got nothing to do with it. That was Tony. Before Tony even said anything, Fatima grabbed him by his ear. He was like, ah! Oh yeah, Lori did the same thing with his wrist. He was acting like a big old punk at this point. By this time, Tony done left too. And it's just Zach and Fatima, having their moment. Angela gets home. She goes to her mail. Gets looking for her package. Come to find out she actually did order that Finitril. That weight loss stuff. And yeah. Because honestly, in real life, she looks amazing. Oh. Like, amazing.com. So, at that same time, she opened her package. She read the directions, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she was about to take it. Next, Sean comes to talk about he made reservations for her. She's like, yeah, whatever. I want you to give me dress and undress me. He's like, listen, we about to hold on this sex stuff. and I really want to take you out and be with you for you. And she was kind of iffy about it, but she did go. Then she remembered she had left her purse, so she went back inside. She got her purse. Then she also went and opened the package. She took that joint, stabbed it in her leg, and then she got her phone and left. So they arrived at the restaurant, and it was a place she already been to, which is Billy Jake's. And she was on the fence about something else. She was like, girl, at this point, you're making it difficult. So he basically tried to reassure her so that they could get in. Meanwhile, Jeremiah, the nurse, come and tells her, like, listen, you're fully recovered somewhat. You detoxed enough. You ain't got no insurance, so it's time for you to get up out of there. He basically telling her, like, listen, I don't got nowhere to go. And she was like, well, that Connie number, like, help you? He was like, yeah. So they also... Oh, sorry. She suggested that he go to rehab so they can help get up for feet because he's now basically homeless. And if he goes back on the street, he knows he's going to overdose. And he kept trying to tell them, like, I'm sick. And she was like, yeah, I understand that. But the hospital is for physically sick people. But he's like, I am sick. So security came in to help get him out the room. And he kept saying, I don't want to go. I'm not ready. And it's like, yeah. Meanwhile, you know, Sean and Angela, they go into, you know, the restaurant, and she opens it once he agreed. It was so beautiful. He did an exclusive thing for her. She was like, oh my God, yes, this is nice. Then she thought the waiter was trying to get with Sean too. Like, girl, you projecting all of your insecurities onto this man. And he's just like, listen, I've been you. I know what it's like to be you. And she was like, what do you mean? You're a psychologist now? He was like, no, I've been you mentally. Like, I know what it is. I know what it looked like. And I'm basically looking at myself from years ago. So once she was impressed by what he did, she was like, he was like, we can toast. And she was like, toast to what? You didn't even pour me the drink. I was with you, Sean. I was with Sean, like, you ain't pouring the drink. So he pours the drink. We're like, so we're going to toast a new beginning. She's like, I can get down with that. And then the lady came back and like, we got a 4-course menu for you to try out. And she was like, this may be silly to ask, but what do you do? He was like, I'm a private chef. That's one thing I've never noticed, that they never got into detail with him. So it seems like he might be a regular on this show, because I can see him and her getting together. Like, she got a good one. So yeah, she was smiling and giggly about that, drinking her wine. She was like, oh my God, well, champagne, it tickles my nose. She was like, oh, see, that's cute. That this is what I'll be wanting to see from you, but you be so like standoffish and with your defense mechanism that it's like, girl, okay. Meanwhile, after that, Zach finished cleaning up the house or whatever. Fatima's on the couch and he asked her what to eat. And she's like, I don't know. He said, well, I'm disgusted. I'm going to go take a shower and then I'm going to get something to eat because I'm hungry. So what do you want to eat? She's like, I don't know, whatever you want to eat. She's like, all right, I'm going to go take a shower. You figure it out by the time I get back. So the food finally come. She gets up to go to the door because he's still in the bathroom. Deja ends up catching Leslie still in their food from outside. And then she hears the commotion. As soon as Fatima opens the door, Leslie kicks Deja in the stomach, and then she runs off and drops the food. And then it was like, Deja was like, I had her, like, it was a lot. And then Fatima's just looking around like, girl, why the heck you ain't telling this man about this crazy girl? And the fact is, I don't even think they noticed they still got the cameras up in their house. So it was just like, yeah, after that, Deja went in the house. They agreed to keep this from Zach. Should have. Fatima got the food, went inside. He was like, what was that? He's like, the food, the delivery guy dropped the food or whatever. So he opened the bag, took out whatever he ate, and said, look, I'm going to go get this and we go straight down the couch to pick a movie. By this time, Connie, she's asleep in her house. And all you see is fire burning in the background. And she gets up, she smells it and starts coughing. She goes looking for her kids. Her kids are nowhere to be found. She's been crawling to the door. At first she couldn't get the door open because of all the smoke. She ended up making it outside, coughing, whatever the case may be. Nobody really decided to come over there to help her. It was just like everybody fending for themselves. And you got the police and everybody out there just trying to gather people. And she's calling, has anybody seen my kids? And it's just like a whirlwind. I hope and pray that her kids are okay. I'm glad she made it out of there okay too, because nobody knows what she got, and she would have, yeah, that would have been a lot. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this recap, and I'll see y'all at the next one. Bye.